Hello, my Archeage friends. This is September from the Dinisteria server, and in this video I'm going to talk about advanced fishing. Now I'm not personally a max level fisherman on September, but I do have a character that is maxed, and I want to say that at least right now, advanced fishing is a very good way to make money. All right, so this is not one of my scripted videos. I'm going to kind of do this real quick like a live stream. The reason I'm doing it this way is I've seen a lot of videos out there, or not videos, but posts that says that advanced fishing sucks and it's a waste of time. And I even know of a max level fisherman on my server that do not do advanced fishing because they don't think it's worth their effort. I have to disagree, and this is part of the issue that you have with a lot of these new content creators, and I'm not dogging on anybody, I would never do that. They just haven't been playing long enough to have all the knowledge. The reason why advanced fishing is good is because of this. You see all these blue, purple, and this one orange treasure map in my bag? These were all obtained from advanced fishing, and I'll show more on my other characters here in a moment. But basically, the treasure maps are the prime source for the books of Aurora. Now, as you can see here on the auction house on my server, the Dinisteria server, there is none listed. I actually tested this last night, and I found two of them, and I sold both of them for one of them for 250 and one for 300 gold. There's very little of them listed, which means that you can basically get any price you want. Now, considering these treasure maps that drop the Book of Aurora are blue, they're fairly common. I probably have over 100 of them now, just out of, I would say, about 1,000 big belly fish, which more on that here in a minute. But you get so many of the Books of Aurora or the treasure maps that can drop the books that it is the reason why people do big belly fish. The loot from the fish is not really that great, and I think that's what most people were seeing. It's these treasure maps that matter. Now, I've got several in my bag, and we're not gonna go through all these. I just want to show you a couple of them. I went to a location in which I have two of them. Hopefully, I get a book out of this so I can prove. If not, I'll go through my treasure maps and I'll find one that drops. From my testing, it's about 1 out of 5 blue treasure maps will drop a book, and I've not yet tested the Arcane or the Heroics. The Heroics, from my history, can drop the Ionad crafting scrolls. So, because there is no other way to get those scrolls right now, this is really the only way. Now, whether that means anything or not because of Hiram gear, that's up to speculation. I kind of feel like it is, but we'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at two of these treasure maps here at this location. And there you go. The first one, I got a Book of Aurora. That is basically 200, 300 gold for one treasure map. And we'll wait for this to reset, and I've got another one. So I'll just do that here on this video real quick. And that time I got 2 black pearls. So, like I said, my testing shows that the blue treasure maps drop these books 1 out of 5. If the book is going for 250 gold, that means, divide that by 5. That means each treasure map is worth about 50 gold. I see them on the auction house occasionally for like 20 gold. Honestly, if the books stay at the price of 250 gold-ish, that means these treasure maps are worth 50 gold. And because you get so many of them, that makes advanced fishing worth doing. So let me go back and let's explain advanced fishing. All right, so I'm here in the Sunspec Sea on my max level fisherman. And what the advanced fishing basically is it's a no lure, no bait. You use ground fish chum. And I explained all this in other videos, but basically the ground fish chum is the shrimp and ground grain. You grind them up and then you get 10 units. That is your bait for advanced level fishing. You need to be in the Sunspec Sea, which is around Friedrich Island. Friedrich Island, and you see there's an icon here. This icon is advanced fishing. All you have to do is just like your normal bait worm fishing, right click it, throw it, and typically I'll just go AFK. I'll you know, go do dishes, laundry, do whatever. I'll go get something to eat, leave my character here, and what I'm catching here is the big belly fish. The big belly fish, you open them up. It costs 10 labor to open them up. There's no skill associated with it, so there's no way to reduce that labor cost. And the labor cost to do advanced fishing is 12 labor per. So basically you're going to have about 22 labor in each one of these fish that you catch. That's not too bad considering the frequency in which the maps drop. And I've already caught a bunch of those, so let me get on to another character and we'll open some of those up here on the videos so you can see exactly how common and the stuff that you get out of these. All right, so I am now on a character that has some labor so I can open these fish up. And what I'm going to do is let this go ahead and open up so you can see what's going on here. And I've already done a spreadsheet about you know, what you get out of these, and it's still the same. I mean, it's still the same. What I think most people miss is the fact that you get treasure maps, and because these servers are new, a lot of people want those books of Aurora to craft their special Luna stones, and the only place to get them is from these treasure maps. They used to drop out of haunted chests. They still may, but I've opened probably 15 haunted chests and I've never seen a book. So this is basically the place that you get them. I'm going to go ahead and keep this going here, and I'll bring up a spreadsheet so we can kind of talk through this. All right, so that's going on there. Okay, so basically this is the same spreadsheet that I put in my dump, my spreadsheet dump that's on my channel. If you want to find it, just look for all my spreadsheet video. But basically you have to be advanced fishing is max level fishing. You have to be 230k base. You catch the big belly fish. You need a fishing rod. I believe it's master level or better. It will say if it can advance fish or not. You need one of those. Ground fish chum, which you can make via cooking. Take shrimp and ground grain. And Sunspec C. Also, I put in here, there's about an 85% catch rate. It doesn't matter which fishing pole you use. I know, like, the fishing poles say they have like a 99% catch rate at ultimate. Well, that must pertain to sports fishing and not necessarily bait fishing, because about, I don't know, 1 or 2 out of 10, you cast and you don't catch anything. So basically I adjusted the labor cost 15%. So instead of taking 12 labor, it takes 14 labor. And then the labor cost per chum is 1.5 labor points. And then 10 gold or 10 labor to open, which I'm doing now on this character. And so you basically got 25 labor in each one of these fish. As you can see, I am through 30 of them, and I've already got 2 of these treasure maps. So that's 100 gold right there. I mean, in my math is, as Books of Aurora is what you're really going for. So this is 100 gold. As soon as you get 5 of them, you're pretty much guaranteed at least 1 book, maybe 2 books. So yeah, the sky's the limit on that. Now, as far as the Arcane and the Heroic treasure maps, the advanced fishing has not changed since I last done it. The loot is still the same. You get the clubhead spores, the seeds, the brine-bound rocks, the soul reefs mackerel. When you get them, you get 3 out of them at a time. So it's basically another Dawn Lake every time they drop. And you're getting about 2.5 silver per fish. 2 to 2.5 silver. You can see you acquired 2 silver. And I think this is what a lot of people were having issues with, is they're saying, you know, you don't make any money, there's no money, I'm not getting any good loot. Well, did they check the treasure maps? Because that is where all the money comes from. That is your money shot, the treasure maps. Okay, so you can see I've opened, let's go ahead and open up these 4. So I've opened up 50 of them, and we'll see how many treasure maps I actually get out of that. Doesn't look like it. I'm going to jump back to September, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the Arcane. There's another one. The Arcane and the Heroic Treasure Map, so you can see what loot is from them. All right, I am back here on September, and I am at the location of which I have a Arcane version of the treasure map. And I just had it, but had a little issue with the video here, so I'm going to have to home back in on it. It's somewhere around here. There it is. All right. Let's take a look. All right, so Black Pearl, Sunlight, Archeum Crystal. That's it. 3 Black Pearls. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other 2. All right, so this is the second treasure map, and I apologize for the video here. I've got a problem with my recording software. It lays over, and it was having a problem with full screen Archeage all of a sudden. But anyway, second treasure map. This is the Arcane treasure map, number 2. And we'll take a look at what we get here. If I remember correctly, this used to have a higher chance at these Books of Aurora. There, I just got 3 Archeum crystals. That's kind of garbage. So let's go ahead and take a look at the last one. All right, so this is the last one. This is in Halcyona, right by the community center in the graveyard out here. And this is the 3rd Arcane treasure map. Yeah, and there we go. So that was another Book of Aurora plus an Archeum Essence. Of course, I got the weapon one, which sucks now. If that was a Starlight, that would have been amazing, you know. That's a lot of gold right there. But it's a weapon one, and those is pretty much the loot table. You're going to get either crystals, Archeum Essence, Book of Aurora, or Black Pearls. And I do have one Heroic treasure map, and I'll go ahead and open this. I'll go ahead and find this location real quick. But the big thing about this is I've already tested this in previous videos a very long time ago. And as far as I can tell, nothing has changed. So the loot table should be the same. And with that, there is a 25% chance this will drop a Ionad crafting scroll, which is the only way to get those crafting scrolls now. So let's take a look at that. All right, so this is the Heroic map location. It's on Friedrich Island. Pain in the ass to get to. You'll find, and I'll talk about it when I do a new treasure map video, but basically you'll find that when you do Heroic treasure maps, I had to have a yada. I died multiple times just trying to get here. But anyway, some of them are very easy, but most of them are kind of like this, where, you know, you need a glider, a Magithopter, a yada, and it takes a while to get to. It's just a pain in the ass. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, so nothing really spectacular there. You did get, it's pretty probably a guaranteed Archeum Essence at this level. And then 4 Black Pearls. I've gotten 3 before on the Arcane ones, and 1 or 2 on the blue ones, the rare ones. So it looks like really what it comes down to is the money is in the Book of Aurora. I know the Heroic treasure maps have in the past, and it looks like it's the same loot table, dropped the Ionad crafting scrolls. If that means anything to anybody, I don't know, because everybody's got free Hiram weapons and armor. However, to make Aranor, you do need the Ionad. To craft an Ionad, you do need the crafting of the Ionad or weapon, armor, or accessory crafting scroll. I just don't know if people are actually going to try to go for Aranor when it's so easy to just go for the Hiram. It may actually be cheaper. That's for another video. All right, so that's pretty much the fishing in a nutshell. The big thing is I think a lot of people had issues with what the loot they were getting out of the big belly fish. And on the surface, it does not look like it's worth it. But when you consider the value of the Book of Aurora and the fact that it's from, you can get it from my testing, 1 out of 5 blue treasure maps will drop a Book of Aurora. I don't necessarily say that there's any extra value in a Arcane treasure map. However, the heroic is still going to be debatable because I don't know for sure if in 6.0 it is still dropping the Ionad crafting scroll. And even if it did, do people want it? I mean, if you want an Aranor, you need an Ionad, and if you want an Ionad, you need that crafting scroll. So I don't know for sure how valuable that's going to be. I'm sure there's some big high roller out there that would love to be the first person with a mythic Aranor, and so you need to start early. But I just don't know. So until we see, until I have more treasure maps and I can find out definitively if those Ionad scrolls drop, I don't really necessarily think there's any extra value in the heroic treasure map. That said, these are the ones that are common. And when I say common, you saw what I had when I opened up those other fish. What did I have? 6 or so out of the, or 3 or 4 out of the 50 that I opened. But look, I've sent myself so many of these scrolls that they just come out like candy out of the big belly fish. So that is where the money's at. It's in these Books of Aurora. And right now, just going out and doing the treasure maps, there's videos about how you find them and what tools you can use to find the locations easily or as easy as possible. So check out those videos. I'll post a couple in the video description. But that's it. If people, you know, if someone's telling you it's not worth advanced fishing, I get it, because you know, you can go freshwater sports fish. It costs you a lure. You got 2 hours and you're going to be making 10, 11 or 9 to 11 silver per labor point. However, if you like the big paydays, you can just go do a bunch of these treasure maps and start selling your Books of Aurora, depending on your server, 200 to 300 gold each. Anyway, that's advanced fishing. So I thank you very much for watching this video. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Ask me any questions. Hit me up in Discord. I answer them there. I answer them in emails or in-game mails. People message me. If there's anything I can help you with, please let me know. I've got another video coming. My next video is going to be about advanced mining or max level mining. That is where I'm making a lot of gold right now, and I'll explain why here in a bit. But before I go, I want to thank my Patreons, Yordicus, Cornelius, and Foxy Toxy. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope you all like this video. Until next time, this is Arid saying be well.